Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Valentine's Day or date night classic makeup look. The classic bright red lip with the winged liner and neutral eyes. It's a really simple look to achieve, so if you guys are interested, then just keep watching. But I just wanted to say a couple things for a couple minutes, so if you are bored about me talking, then just skip to this part of the video. Here's the time right here where the tutorial starts. I just wanted to thank you all who subscribed to me whenever I said I was starting a YouTube channel. I really appreciate your support. This is my third time filming this video. It was supposed to be up like 4 days ago, but I kind of got a little self-conscious with the first two videos, but I'm starting to feel better about myself. I'm not really letting it get to me anymore. I've been wanting to do YouTube for, I would say, like 2 years now, but I haven't had the chance to. I've been too nervous to. And I want to do a huge shout out to my boyfriend. He basically told me not to give up because I was about to give up. Basically, he encouraged me to keep trying and to not be so self-conscious and just to do what I love, which is makeup. I love makeup. It's one of my passions. I have a lot sitting right next to me that I used to film this video. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my big clip and I'm just going to clip up my hair just so it's out of my way. It's gonna look crazy and I'm gonna look retarded, but it's all good. Let's clip back the hair. Alright, okay, so to get started, I'm of course gonna prime, and you always want to prime your skin because it keeps your makeup on longer. There are certain primers that smooth out your pores, make your base go on really well. So I'm just going to take my Benefit PoreFessional. This is a sample size. And what this primer does is it smooths out all the pores and creates a very smooth base for the foundation to lay on top of. And I'm just applying this in my T-zone just because I have dry skin. And if I apply it to the rest of my skin, it might dry it out. So I'm just keeping this focus right in this area. Next, I'm going to grab a foundation. And today I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is their newest foundation they just came out with. It's actually really good. It's a nice coverage. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. And what I like to do with this, it has like a little spatula. So I just like to paint it on my face, just like you do with makeup, basically. It does have a very strong scent, like a paint scent. So if you do not like that, I don't think you'd like this foundation, just because it is very strong. But I don't find that it lingers throughout the day, so it doesn't bother me too much. So I'm just applying what looks like a lot, and it looks like a lot because it is a lot. But I like my full coverage, so I'm just gonna do me. Okay, so now that that's all spread out through my face, I'm now gonna take my e.l.f. brush. It's a foundation brush that I got at Walmart, and I'm gonna take a drop of my Josie Marin Argan Oil, and I'm just gonna drop one drop onto my brush, just like that. And what this is going to do is it's going to help my dry skin with this foundation because it is matte. So it's just going to help it blend and then keep me from my skin getting too dry throughout the day. I am blending it down the neck just to make sure everything is nice and blended. I want to apologize for the lighting. I'm working on it, so just bear with me. This is my first video, so hopefully my lighting will get better. So now I'm just gonna make sure that's all blended, so I'm taking my damp beauty blender and just dabbing over where I applied that foundation. And since it is damp, it's also gonna add a little bit more moisture into my skin. And I like to take whatever excess product there is and just go up into the hairline just to make sure that's all blended. So for concealer, I am going to use 2 shades of the Maybelline Age Rewind. I'm going to use the shade Brightener and the shade Light Pale. And what I'm going to do with the Brightener shade is I'm just going to go directly on the inner corner and right under there. Just like that. And with a pink tone like this, it helps cancel out the darkness under your eyes, and that's why I like to do that first. And then I'll take just my normal shade and just create a triangle, like an upside down triangle. And what this will do is it'll bring brightness to the center of the face, as well as elongate the face. So now I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender once again and just blend that out. Okay, so now we're gonna bake, and I'm gonna use my RCMA no color powder. This powder is amazing, but the packaging sucks, so I put it in a Tupperware container. I know I'm crazy, but I'd rather be able to enjoy using the powder that I love. So I'm just gonna take this. It looks really white, but once you dust it off, it's for sure not as crazy. And I'm just gonna set my lids as well. And then everywhere that I put that concealer is where I'm gonna put this powder. And if you're not a fan of baking, just set your face the way you normally would, or if you don't set your face, that's fine. I just like baking. Even though I have dry skin, it helps my makeup to last a lot longer than it would without baking. So that's just my personal preference. And so now I'm just gonna let that sit, and I'm gonna go do my brows off camera. If you guys want to see a brow tutorial, just let me know and I will film that for you. But for now, I'm just gonna do it off camera just because it's faster. So I will be right back. Alright, so I am back, and now I'm going to dust off this bake. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to take my Wet n Wild contour palette. It is amazing. Well, I don't use contour shade, to be honest. I just use the yellow shade, but you'll see what I mean in a second. You can't really see. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm gonna need a new one soon. So I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics 125. It's just a tapered brush and it goes perfectly under the eyes. And I'm just gonna take some of this powder and I'm just gonna dust off the bake with this. What this is gonna do is it's gonna dust off the bake, but it's also gonna add this brightening shade under there. And I'm just gonna dust this off with whatever product's left. And go back to here. Ignore my cat. And so there we are. See, right under here and right down the center of my face is nice and brightened, which is what I want. And now I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte and I'm going to lightly set the rest of my face. I say lightly because I have dry skin, but I still like to set my face just so everything blends nicely and so my makeup lasts longer. I'm going to take my Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette, and it is in the shade Warm Up. It's right there. It looks like this. Very beautiful shades. I'm not going to use any of the shimmers besides in my inner corner and on my brow bone. It's going to be a mostly matte look. And I'm going to start... I'm going to start with this Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. It looks like this. As it says, it's tapered. So I'm just going to make my transition. I'm going to take this shade right here and take a little bit of this shade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate this in the crease, but I'm also going to make it to where it's more of a transition so it'll blow out and look diffused. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by doing windshield wiper motions, just concentrated in the crease very lightly. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I feel that most of the product is off my brush. And then once I feel that I'm good, I'm going to start bringing it up towards the brow. And what this is going to do is, as you can see, it gives it a nice gradient. So it will help the shadows later on to blend better. Which we're actually not using very many shadows today. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. By the way, these Luxie brushes are amazing. They are a little pricey. Like they're obviously not drugstore, so they're not going to be like $3 for a brush like e.l.f. is. But honestly, they are worth it. They're so easy to use. It was a funny story. I had one of their little dual fiber brushes. It was their mini one. And I had a candle lit. I'm taking this one. And I had a candle going, and I went to go grab it, and it flung out into the hot wax. So it was a very sad day for me, because it was a good brush. I use it for creams. Long story short, don't keep your brushes next to a candle that is on fire. So I'm doing the same thing as I did with that transition. Just keeping it in the crease and then bringing it up. Alright, so now that I've got that down, I'm going to take the same shades on a pencil brush. This is a Crown C513 brush. It's just a nice pointed brush that works perfectly right underneath there. And I'm just going to take the same shades that I did for the transition and everything and just diffuse those right underneath the lower lash line.
I'm getting a little bit of fallout, I don't know if you can see, but it's not too bad, I'll be able to get it off.
So I kind of like how that looks, so I think that's just all I'm going to do for the lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and dust off my fallout. I'm just going to take the brush that I used to set my face and just quickly flick underneath there just to get that fallout out without messing up my foundation. Alright, so next is wing. So I'm not going to go too into depth with my wing liner. If you do want an in-depth video, let me know and I will gladly record that. So I'm just going to zoom through this part, but I will show it on camera, me doing it, because it is one of the main parts of the look. Okay, so wings are done. So now I'm going to make it to where it's easier for my false lashes to blend in with my real lashes. So I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Artist Liner, and it's in the shade M10. And this is just a retractable eyeliner, and it's just black. And I'm just going to put this in my tight line right up here. If this part grosses you out, just don't watch. Alright, so now I am going to apply my false lashes. I am going to be using my Ardell Wispies. Any lashes will do. These are just my personal favorite. Alright, so lashes are on. If they're too dramatic for you, just skip out on them. I personally love me some dramatic lashes. My lashes are fine. They're long. They're not really voluminous, but I deal with it. I don't always wear false lashes, only for videos and then for like special events. I'm just going to apply some mascara just to blend in my false lashes to my real ones. Alright, so next is to do the face. I'm going to start with some bronzer. I'm not going to contour because I'm running out of daylight and I don't really have time to. So I'm just going to bronze up the skin, and I'm going to take my bronzer brush. This is the BH Cosmetics 124 brush. This is my Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer. It has a glow to it, and so that's why it's perfect for this look. And I'm just gonna apply this to the places I would normally bronze, just to bring some warmth back into my skin. So I apply this to right here, right around my cheekbone and my jawline. I don't concentrate it because I'm not contouring, but I like to just make sure it's all blended. Then I do it on my forehead. I do it down my nose instead of on the sides because I have a crooked nose, and contouring my nose brings that out. So I personally do not like contouring my nose, but if you like doing that, you do you. So I'm just making sure that everything is nice and blended. And now I'm going to use blush. My Wet n Wild Color Icon blush. This is their newest formula, and it's Apricot in the middle. I love this shade. It matches every look. And I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics blush brush from their Art Pop collection once again, and I'm just gonna take this and just, I first apply it right to the apples, and then I blend it back. I basically put it in between where my highlight's gonna go and where the bronzer starts.
And then for my highlight, I'm just going to take a big brush and just make sure that everything is blended nicely.
Just like that. So now it's time for my favorite part of makeup, and that is highlighting. I was going to use Champagne Pop, but I decided that I'm going to actually take my Loumanizer by the Balm. It is a beautiful highlight, and I figured that it's perfect for a date night because it's just really nice and glowy and beautiful, and it's not too intense. I mean, it's still pretty intense, but it's not too intense. So I'm going to take my crown brush, and this is the SS017 Deluxe Highlighting Brush. I love this brush. I got it in my BoxyCharm. So I'm just going to take a decent amount. Once again, I love my highlighter, so I don't shy away from highlight. I'm just going to apply this to the tops of my cheekbones.
And then do the same to the other side.
I do bring it down right onto where my cheek is, so whenever I smile, you can see it. So I just keep it just like that. And then I also like to just bring it right here underneath my brow. It helps lift the brow and it also brings more glow to my skin, which I always enjoy. And then I take some, I go above the brow. I basically bathe in highlighter. Down the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the chin, and then on the cupid's bow. And I'll usually take some on my collarbones and my shoulders too, but I'm wearing a t-shirt, so can't really do that this time. So there's the highlighter, and I'm going to take the same highlighter with just a pencil brush, and I'm just going to put this in my inner corners.
This will be the only copper shimmer on the eyes.
Alright, so the last step is the lips, and for lips I am going to do a bright red classic, and it is going to be the NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipstick. It's a lot brighter than it looks in the tube. It's absolutely beautiful, and the formula is really great too. It's not super drying, but I would recommend with any liquid lipstick to exfoliate your lips first, just so you get all that dead skin off. And I'm not going to use a lip liner for this, so I'm just going to apply it straight from. Alright guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was my first YouTube video and I was very nervous, but I like the way that the look turned out. Even though it's very simple, I figured a simple look would be best for my first video. So here it is. Guys, enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I post a video. If you guys have any recommendations on what I should fix, I already know my lighting is one of them. Just comment down below, let me know. If you have any video ideas that you want me to film for you, down below. All the products that I use in this video will be in the description box if you are interested. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.